Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name is Kate and today I'm doing my August wrap up. So, in the month of August, I read 9 books. Pretty decent. I've had some short ones, I got some chunky ones in here. So let's just talk about them. Okay. So, the first book I read, I took part in Bookish Jeopardy with Weeboot Booking on the Facebook page, on our the Facebook book club page. I'll leave a link to Jackie's channel, and then you can find everything through there. Which meant we got prompts, and then you got points based on the prompts. And so my first choice was genre for 800, and I got horror, and my Bookopoly gave me Dracula. So I read Dracula for this prompt. I did not like Dracula. I think I ended up giving it to maybe 3 stars. Maybe it gave it 3 stars. No, I gave it 2 stars. The very first part where he's in the castle with Dracula, and this foreboding, just not knowing about Dracula. Like, he doesn't know about Dracula, he doesn't know what's going on. That's really cool. I like that. I really like that first part. And then it gets away from that. This foreboding, just kind of haunted, trying to figure out what's going on kind of thing. No, it's kind of, it moves past that pretty quickly. And then the rest of the book is just outside of it. It's not as good as those first few chapters. It's not as just kind of when the first few chapters were, and it just got boring. There was parrots for some reason. I don't know. Alright. Then I chose genre for 1,000, and I got a cozy mystery, and we all know what my guilty pleasure cozy mystery series is, and that is the Vampire Knitting Club. So I read book 3, Crocheting Cauldrons. I liked what they did with this one. I think this was an interesting interesting story she decided to tell. Instead of the normal murder mystery, now there's a curse, and now because she's a witch, there's a curse, and now she has to break said curse. And I think I found that a lot more interesting. And we saw her parents in this one. We haven't seen her parents before, and her grandma wasn't necessarily in this one. I get 4 stars. I enjoyed this mystery a lot more than the others. And then I read, I don't remember, nonfiction? I think this was nonfiction for something. And it was to read a book written by a musician or about a musician. And I read David Bowie, The Oral History. I get 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. It's really repetitive when you start reading everything. It keeps, it's a lot of interviews from the people who knew David Bowie, and so they tend to repeat themselves, because there's not a lot of editing of what they're saying. So you'll see, people are saying the same thing in the chapters over and over and over again. But it was an interesting read. It was interesting to find out about David Bowie's life. Yes. And then I got, I don't remember what this prompt was for. Ella Enchanted. It was to read a retelling, because this is a retelling of Cinderella. I do believe, yeah. And I gave it 3 stars. It's a thing. It's okay. It's not bad. I did enjoy the concept of her not being able to say no, and trying, and like her rebellious, like trying to figure out ways that she can get around everything. I really enjoyed it. And then trying to figure out how to break that curse. I think it was really fun. Good story, 3 stars. If you've seen the movie, you're probably going to like the book, just an FYI. Then I read 2 heavy fantasies. First one I read was Children of Blood and Bumble. First one I read was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Ani. This is her first book in her fantasy series. I forgot what the series is called. I ended up giving this 4 stars. 4 stars. I liked the story. I liked it. I'm trying to think of what I like. 4 stars for me is usually I liked it, but like I didn't love it. Like 5 stars is like I absolutely just devoured and loved it. And it's just not hitting that 5-star mark for me, but doesn't mean I didn't hate it. This is probably more of a 4.5 star for me. But obviously on Goodreads you can't put a 4.5. I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to continue with the series. Yeah, I like the characters. The characters were nice. I think what I didn't like about this book is, what was his name? The Crown Prince dude. I forgot what his name was. I don't think I really liked him. He's very wishy-washy. You think he's on your side, and then he's not, and you're just like jumping back and forth, and you're like, I can't trust this dude. I don't really like this dude. The princess is fine. I don't think I can trust the crown prince to do anything for anybody that's not his dad. To be honest. He thinks he's doing the right thing, but whatever. I don't think I liked him. I don't like him very much. He's not as bad as his dad. His dad is awful, but he's very wishy-washy. I don't like wishy-washy characters. I like grounded. And then I read Priory of the Orange Tree, which I also gave 4 stars. I like this book. It's very confusing in the beginning of like trying to figure out who's all what, who's important, who's like putting together what's going on, what's the story. I think what I didn't like about the book is that the big battle at the end is only like 2 chapters, and they're not very big chapters. It's like 2 chapters and that's it. And you have a 700-page book. I think that's what I didn't like about the book. I think she could have made it longer and made that final battle just a little bit bigger and not so much fast paced. Just like it felt very rushed at the very end. That ending wasn't the best. So it's just going to sit at a 4 star. Alright, then I read The Last Olympian and The Lost Hero for my Right Order line. The Last Olympian being the last book in the Percy Jackson series. We all know I love the Percy Jackson series. I gave them both 5 stars. So The Last Olympian is the climax of Percy against Cronus and fighting against Cronus and trying to save the world for the most part. That's all I can really say. I don't think I can really talk about that more. Then The Lost Hero is about Jason, Piper, and Leo. And this is the start of the Heroes of Olympus series, which is Roman and Greek. There's a mix of both. And when you read it, you understand why there's like a mix of both of Roman and Greek mythology. So Jason, Piper, and Leo. Jason has lost his memories. He has no idea why he has shown up at the school. He has no idea who he is, and he's taken to Camp Half-Blood with Piper and Leo, who he's supposedly best friends with. And then they go on this adventure to get his memories back, pretty much, and figure out what's going on, and then also maybe get some information about Percy, because Percy has gone missing in The Lost Hero. So, it's a sequel series, so can't read it if you haven't read Percy Jackson. So, then I read A Study in Scarlet. That was the last book I read. I read the last day. So, let's have a little chat. Let's have a little chat about A Study in Scarlet. So, A Study in Scarlet by Arthur Conan Doyle. This is the first of the Sherlock Holmes novels that Arthur Conan Doyle wrote. I'm going to say this. I give it 2 stars. I was disappointed with it. I liked comparing it to BBC Sherlock and seeing what BBC Sherlock did with it. I think the fact that they did like a Rachel Roche thing, like they did the inverse of it in Sherlock, I think that was clever. I think they did the story a lot better. Obviously, they were building up to something different. They were building up to Moriarty and having Moriarty in the show, whereas the book Study in Scarlet wasn't building up to that. There was a whole chunk of just like Mormon bashing. I've read enough books to like Mormon bashing. There was that thriller, mystery, whatever you want to call it. That was literally just her complaining about the Mormon church. Like, it's this part, and it was villain backstory that was just there to bash Mormons, basically. That's all it was. Well, and kind of to, like, set up the backstory of literally everything. But, like, we didn't need that. We could have gotten, like, 1 chapter of it. We got, like, 3 or 4. When this is, like, a 150-page book. We didn't need it. It was not necessary. It is what it is, though. Yeah, and then there was a part where they were figuring out about the poison, where the 2 little poison pellet things, one was non-poison, one was poison. They gave it to a dog. They killed a dog. I was very upset about it, and I don't know. You can probably hear my dog whining. Anyways, I was upset about it, so I gave this book 2 stars. Yay. Anyways, okay. That's been my month of reading. It was okay. I didn't have the best reading month. I didn't have the worst. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.